Alright everybody, welcome back to Susie's Sweet Treats. On today's menu is Pumpkin Pecan Cheesecake Swirls. Don't those look scrumptious? Go ahead, hit the like button, follow me, and let's go and make these. Alright everybody, we're going to be making Pumpkin Pecan Cheesecake Swirls with a little bit of a substitution. I don't have any pecans, so we're going to end up using chopped walnuts instead. So first step is we're going to take 8 ounces, which is 1 brick of cream cheese, put it in the bowl. Then we're going to take 1 cup of powdered sugar into the bowl. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And of course I make my own vanilla. Into the bowl. We're going to go ahead and get this combined. This is the cheesecake part of the dessert. You can get out a hand mixer if you want, but you shouldn't need it. The cream cheese was softened, so it's pretty easy to mix. Okay, so there's the cheesecake portion of it. We'll set that aside. We're going to take and line our baking sheet with parchment paper. And we'll lay it out. Because I flipped it over, it's laying pretty flat. If not, you can always go and crumple it up so it'll lay flat. We've got puff pastry, and we're going to open up the puff pastry and get rid of the inserts. And then we're going to take the cream cheese mixture and we're going to put it onto the puff pastry. Spread it out. Now this dessert only makes 6, so if you're having a small dinner party or just a small sweet treat, but definitely if you want and make it for others, you'll definitely need to double the batch at least. Alright, so the cream cheese mixture is all spread out. Then our next is pumpkin butter. We're gonna excuse me. We're gonna put pumpkin butter on to the top, and for the I'm working in a couple of steps here. So we're also making a topping that is 4 tablespoons of melted butter. And it is also asking for 2 tablespoons of the pumpkin butter in there. That way I know I have enough pumpkin butter. And then we're just going to take this pumpkin butter and spread a thin layer on top of that cream cheese mixture. pumpkin butter smells absolutely amazing. A little bit more so we can get to all the edges. Now this is a dessert that I just saw and was like, oh yeah, that sounds really, really good. I've never made it before. Alright, so the pumpkin butter is spread. And I took almost the whole jar. Then we're going to take our other puff pastry, because it comes 2 in a box, and put it over. And then we're going to take and cut these into 6 strips using the pizza cutter. So we'll start with the thirds and try to cut them as evenly as possible, and then take those thirds and cut those into half. And my top is moving, so we'll have to reposition a little. And of course the parchment paper is sliding on the cookie sheet. So then we're supposed to take a strip and twist it. Alright, that's a twist. Not a very pretty twist. So let's see if maybe I filled the center of the puff pastry a little too much. Maybe. Definitely a little messy. And then the last one. Go and wash my hands. All right. So this is the next step. It says to place chopped pecans on top of the swirls. But again, I don't have any pecans, so we're going to use some walnuts. Walnuts and pumpkin will be good. And we're just placing a few. And then in our topping, it's the 4 tablespoons of butter, the 2 tablespoons of pumpkin butter, and then 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. We're going to get this mixed up. Alright, and then it says to spoon this over the Danish or the swirls. This is done, we'll go ahead and get this into a preheated 400-degree oven and bake them for approximately 20 minutes. And of course, my oven always takes a little bit longer, so I'll let you know how long it takes in my oven to bake. Alright, so as soon as they're done, I'll bring you back and show you the final results. Alright, so there's the finished product, just hot out of the oven. That sugar topping that we made did caramelize on that baking sheet. So let's let these cool so that they're able to be handled, and then once they're cool enough to handle, I'll bring you back and let you see one up close. Alright, here's the finished project. It looks amazing. Pumpkin pecan cheesecake swirls. But remember, we had to substitute walnuts for the pecans. If you'd like to see more, subscribe to the channel. Give this a big thumbs up. Leave a comment. Let me know what else you'd like to see. And thanks for supporting the channel. I'll see you again real soon.